Hey, Caniacs, welcome back to the King Kane Way TV. It's your boy King Kane, and I am here today to give you guys my review over The Crew Dallas Season 1, Episode 2. If you are new to the channel, guys, please make sure you are liking, sharing, and commenting on the videos. If you are already subscribed to the channel, please make sure that you guys are becoming members of the channel. Pardon me. Let's get King Kane back into the algorithm era. So thank you guys so much for being here. Shout out to the playback crew. Love you guys so much. Again, it's your boy King Kane, and this is my review over The Crew Dallas Season 1, Episode 2. Thanks for the flashback. The previously on The Crew Dallas. A lot of shows don't do that anymore in the web reality world. So I was super here for that because I've been needing a refresher. Yes, I watch, yes, I review, but after I review, I'm done, right? So thanks for the refresher so that we can stay as viewers on our P's and our Q's and know what's going on. The show opens up. We still have Wooda Lee hooping and hollering and acting a fool. He pretty much leaves out of Zell's B-Day party or lack thereof. And Whitney goes outside to check on him like, hey, girl, what is going on? What is the tea? You just introduced me to this girl. What's the beef? And I'm like, okay, Whitney, like, we have questions that need answers. We're a little confused. What did he do? So apparently, Wooda said that a random page DM'd him and told him that, oh, I see you and Antonio been hanging around. He was talking about you. He was shading you. He recorded you back when you were doing Chasing Dallas, which was quite some time ago. So like what, like, I don't know why y'all friends. So Willa took that like, dang, like, what's the tea? What's the beef? Now, we still don't know what was said or what was in the recording, but whatever was said or what was in the recording must have really, bothered Wooda Lee, because I've never seen Wooda like get bothered. He's always been a girl to give her opinion, but I've never seen Wooda just mad and angry and, F you and run up, I hit you in your face, watch you like the dog, right? Like, I've never seen Wooda, in that light. So what did Antonio, aka Hips, aka Shreveport, what did he do and or say in that? Now, the whole time I keep hearing about DM game and oh this, oh that, the one person whose name came to my mind was Reese G. Now, I know Reese G probably ain't got nothing to do with this story. If he did, I would be gagging. But this definitely sounds like a Reese G, let me hop in the fake DM and send a little tea here or drop a little bug over there, all of that type of thing. And let's see what is going on. Now, you keep saying there was a random page. You have to, who is the random page? I encourage you. Reese had gave us some steps on like Chasing Dallas season 3. I think it was episode 1 or 2. He gave some steps on how to see if a fake page is tied to somebody else's page or email address or something. So I would encourage you to follow those steps and see who is this random person sending you all this tea that Antonio allegedly said. Now, I also feel, Wooda, if you're going to put it out there and be mad at him and hoop and holler and act the fool and you and your hips and, y'all walk out of the party, we as viewers want to know, well, girl, what was said? Now, I want to know what that was said because this honestly went left so freaking fast. And like Whitney said, well, who was the third party? I said, exactly, Whitney. Who was the third party? We want to know. We're confused. We don't understand. We thought you and Wooda Lee were cool. I mean, you and Antonio was cool. So after he leaves, Whitney goes inside and talks to everybody like, hey, well, he said this, he said that, and Antonio wasn't trying to give any answers. Antonio was pretty much paying the dust. And even Ken Dude was like, okay, well, what was said in the recordings, or what's the tea? So the girls are confused, as am I. Let's move on. The next scene we see, I'm sorry, before the girls leave the party, they do a cheers, and then they go on about their day. I think Whitney said they were getting ready to go to some day parties. Shout out to Dallas, Texas, and the day parties. Zell and Whitney, they meet up at Katy Trail to pretty much run and stay healthy and stay in shape. And all I gotta say is, damn, Zell, them big ass thighs. Mm, 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 mm. Them big ass thighs, man. And that yellow too. I don't really do yellow, but help us, Lord. They're gagging about the melee and the birthday party. Zara really pretty much doesn't care. He's just like, well, child, this is too much mess for me. I gotta get back to go to Atlanta. I got business to handle, honey. I got businesses. I got companies. He really could care less. But Whitney is just like, well, there's a alleged recording, so we want to know what's going on with the recording. And I'm like, okay, Whitney, because we confused. Little Bill, aka Eric, didn't show up, and I said, oh yeah, I forgot Eric wasn't there at the birthday party. Now, Eric, have some class. We all know the right thing to do. If you can't show up, if you can't do this or can't do that, you tell someone, hey, I'm sorry I can't make it. Because if I'm not mistaken, weren't you upset with Reese for not coming to one of your pop-up shops? Right is right and wrong is wrong, okay? I'm level-headed. I'm a viewer, okay? And a reviewer, okay? I have to remain level-headed. What's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong, Eric, okay? So you and your big ass butt, you could have reached out to Whitney and told him, hey, I ain't gonna be able to make it. I ain't studying y'all. I don't know Zell. I don't want to come. Girl, bye. Okay? I mean, something. Next scene, we see Ken Do. He's meeting up with his sister. They're having drinks. Looks like they're playing games. And he's giving her all the tea about the party that never was. The sister's gagging. The sister said, when I would have walked in and there wasn't no vibes, I would have walked right out. I said, okay, sister, Pura, walk out. We don't want to be here. Next thing we see, Antonio comes. And he pretty much tells his side, like, Wooda came in, gave everybody a hug, didn't speak to me. I'm perplexed. Really not too sure why Antonio hasn't said what was in the recordings or what he said about Wooda. And if it was a while ago, talk about it and get over it and move forward. Wooda, you already know you can't trust these girls, so I don't know why you're so mad and think that you could trust Antonio. We all know Antonio is a messy girl. She's been messy for quite some time. Great for TV. But it just seems like Wooda's in his bag about the friendship or lack thereof that he and Antonio were building. Whitney calls and invites Kendu to a bowling event. Antonio doesn't understand why Whitney is mad that Eric didn't come to Zell's lackluster birthday party. At the end of the day, it wasn't your party. Yeah, you are the host, but let it go. Eric also feels that way, and I get it. But at the end of the day, guys, reach out to a host. Let them know, hey, I ain't gonna be able to make it. Now, I'm not gonna keep talking about Partygate because the party was just so mediocre. And I just don't have the words. Okay. Antonio and Eric, they meet up. Now, this scene was very, very dark. Eric really didn't have any lighting on his side. They discussed the party. And Antonio pretty much lets Wooda know, like, when me and Wooda, let's Eric know that, whatever me and Wooda got going on is what me and Wooda got going on. Me personally, I just feel like, this is Antonio. Me personally, I just don't think that Wooda should have put you in it, Eric, and had you as a third party coming to me and trying to get the tea and woo. And I mean, I get that. I would have much rather Wooda, have a one-on-one scene with Antonio to discuss this entire situation rather than Eric, playing the bone collector. So I definitely get that. Eric ain't studying Whitney nor the party. Um, and that's just what it is. So we get to the bowling alley situation. Kendu is there with some boy named Six. Now, Six is a little awkward on camera. Is Six straight? Is he bi? Like, what is Six's situation? But Six is there. The guys are vibing. Antonio and Eric arrive. You know, fat asses in the back. Eric is pressed. He's looking for Whitney. Whitney said he gonna mow me down. He said he gonna what was the word? He was gonna light me up, allegedly. So, you know, Eric is sitting on ready. Six is not feeling these girls. Six is like, calm down, relax. This is not the type of party. This is clearly a bowling, get to know each other type of situation. There really wasn't any direction in whose event this bowling situation was. I believe it was Six's. Is Six gonna be a friend of the show? Is Six kind of like Max character from 86 TV's Rookies? Who is Six? Where does Six come from? Is Six gonna have a confessional? Which one of y'all screwing Six? Eric and Antonio, I love the shade they throw at each other. Antonio calls Eric hashtag Little Bill, and Eric calls Antonio hashtag Mop Head. Baby, I hollered. So once Whitney arrives, the girls go outside into this little sitting area. And this scene was very hard to watch because it definitely seemed like Whitney didn't have a backbone. It definitely seemed like Whitney was just sitting there like the child getting scorned at. And my whole thing is, Whitney, look up, stand up, look up, take that hat off, and you look at Antonio and you look at Eric and you let them know what time it is, and you tell Eric it was rude because I'm the host and I invited you. Okay? And then when Antonio started speaking to you, Whitney, about, oh, well, your friend Wooda bought Eric a bone, so I thought that I would bring his friend a bone. You should have told Antonio, look here, dreads. I have nothing to do with what you and Wooda have going on. Okay? You telling Eric that I was gonna light him up only amplified the situation. Okay, I didn't like this scene. It definitely looked a bit mean girlish. Which I guess because I know Eric and Antonio. I fuck with them. I like Whitney too. It's just like Eric and Antonio was trying to play on Whitney's top in this moment, and it was very hard to watch. So Whitney, you know, you need to go to reading school. You know, you pay me $19.99 an hour because you're going to need multiple hours. But I can teach you how to read, honey, because they ate you up in this scene. And Kendu was gagging. Six tried to have your back. But it just wasn't a pretty scene. And Antonio and Eric, y'all knew what y'all was doing. Stop being mean now. Anywho, that's my review over The Crew Dallas Season 1, Episode 2. I enjoyed this episode. However, I do have QT&A questions that need answers. So let's get to them soon come. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good day. Remember to like this video, share this video, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, become a member of the channel, and support me on the Cash App that you see floating through the bottom of the screen. All right, y'all have a good day. Peace.